I said that the Rebbe says over here in Taf Lamed Beis. The Yom started it already, but I just noticed this. I reminded myself about it. That it says that Hanoyim Waniach Besisei Chometz Bebayis Bekam Mekaymis Kaidem Bedikas Habaydik. That from over here is mashma that the people, family members, put it out so that the one that's going to be baydik should search for it and find it. And so Yizor, they should be careful. Waniach chometz kosher, hard chometz, she'einu mispara, that it doesn't break up. Because Shem yispazru mimenu ma'at v'yishor mimenu. It could be that maybe someone will make some noise around it or what, then it'll begin to crumble, and you wouldn't find all the crumbs, so you'll have a shayla. And then he says, "V'gam yizoru v'shamrei shelo yagaru mimenu achborim ektanim." The achborim may notice it, and they'll help themselves to it, and they'll break it up and drag it around the house. Or there's children that will think this is a toy or what. Well, this is the part that I'm interested in. You don't have to put down these pieces before the bediga. Even the one who has to be bodied will not find any chametz. He didn't make a bracha with Torah. Why? He says, Shekach mitzvah. This is the mitzvah, livdek hachametz, u'chapesh achrav. The mitzvah is to search. Shema yimsa mimenu. Maybe you'll find something. V'im le motza. Ein bekach kum krakim ha-mitzvah ketikune. He did the mitzvah properly. The finding is not the important part. Avo kvan es pashat ha-minig, lo-haniach. But the minig is to put them out. Minhagam sheyisol tighter. A minig sheyisol is tighter. In the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, he talks very strongly about this, and he says that it'll be a shayla of a bracha b'Torah if you didn't put it out. So, why is it? What does it mean to be a bracha b'Torah? Because I'm saying a svara that there's a shayla in the Minchas Chinuch when the Torah said, "Ach b'yom rishon tashbisu sam b'teichem," does that mean that you must be mashbis? So if you don't have any chametz, you go out and buy chametz and destroy it. So you mekayim tashbisu, or is it that you should make sure there's no chametz in your house? But if there's no chametz in your house, you mekayim tashbisu. Now, when you do during the day, when you do the destroying of the chametz, why don't we make a bracha? And when we are baidik at night, we make a bracha al biyah chametz. There's no destroying of the chametz. So the pshat is because the biyah, the ashbasas chametz starts with biyah. So this is really the beginning of tashbisu. And then you finish tashbisu during the day when you destroy the chametz. So that's why, now if we will hold that tashbisu is not a kumvasei, you don't have to have chametz, so then it'll be okay. But if you hold that you have to have chametz and you searched and you didn't find any chametz to be mashbis, so that will end up a bracha b'Torah, because in the morning you're not making a bracha. You were relying that you'll find by the bedika and destroy it. Or if you didn't search and you didn't find, so that's why some hold that this is, if we hold that it's a kumvasei that you must find and destroy, so that's the reason that it may be a bracha b'Torah. She said it may be because it depends how you interpret the din of tashbisa. Okay. Do you know where they're up to?
What are we holding in the blowing you? We don't know. We're going to make this stuff in the beginning. We're going to find a place. It's either you.
Incidentally, I flew last week with American Airlines.
Yeah.
And in the not the first class, in the coach class, they serve these Lotus.
No.
But they're like a little cracker. What's this company?
It's a kosher one.
So yeah, this is made in Europe.
Yeah. Sif Yud Zayin, Rabbi.
Sif Yud
Top
Zayin.
Lamed Gimel, Sif Yud Zayin.
Okay, good.
We weren't wasting our time here.
No, very good. I'm very happy to hear that. Okay. Chayrem shebekaisa. That means the holes in the wall. Shebekaisa abayis. V'chein zizim habotim me'aksorim. Zizim means there's sometimes this is the wall, and there's like a little piece protruding from the wall. That's called a ziz. Now, im einem gevoyim yosem midai, if they're not very high, v'loy nemuchim yosem midai, and not very low, harei hein tzrichen bedika. So they need bedika. If we should derech ishtamish b'hem. In other words, amogasaiten people or children, so to drain the children in the house, so they could put a piece of bread in there or on the ledge. Avo chorim ketanim ma'id, if it's very low, extremely low, v'chein azdaka haketanim shebekaiso she'ein ruyim, they're not good, losem l'shtame tashmish. It could be a little beam-like, but it's not big enough to put anything on it. You put it on it, it'll fall down. So einem tzichem bedika. V'yesh lochash, you could be concerned, v'shema nishtamash b'hem, chometz, v'nisha munach sham pirure chometz, avol im gevoyim kol kach, ad she'en yad adam agas rasham, if they're very high up, that a person doesn't reach up there, v'chein im heim nemuchim u'mata megimel tfachim, if they're lower than 3 tfachim off the ground, is samach kaka habayis, einam tzrichim bedika, shemin astam lo nishtamish b'hem, because people wouldn't use it. Avu in Yodua shenishtamish b'hem chametz, so he knows that he sometimes puts chametz over there. Afilu pam achas, so harei and tzrichim bedika, because it could be that you did more than one time and you forgot about it. Ubabayis shatinakis mitzuyim boy, if there's children in the house, afilu hanemuchim megimel tvachim, even if they're lower than 3 tvachim, but the children, for them it's their size to reach it. Yisrichim bedika, shema hitzniu shamatinakas mat chametz, maybe the children put some chametz over there. V'chol zeh b'chayrim shebeksolim. Avo hachayrim uzdakim shebekakois abayis. In other words, you have to realize that this in the Alter Rebbe's times, the floors weren't paved, or they didn't have a tile on it, so there was holes in the floor also. Tzricha v'dika, apapi she'ein atinekes mitzuyon shom, even if there's no little children there, she'yesh rocha shema nofo v'nizgalgu shom, something could be fell off the table, and it rolled and it landed into that, like they play marbles or what, so maybe a piece of chametz rolled in. V'nizgalgu shom mat chametz. V'im kakois abayis, now he's talking already for our times, when floors are upgraded, are covered. So v'im kakois abayis, he merut sefes ben the sarim, they covered it with board. In other words, normally the houses are from earth. But if they covered it with boards, when you laid boards, so there's little holes, little cracks like in between the boards, because you have to understand that when they made these pieces of wood, they were a little bit rough and they weren't exactly flush one with another. So it could be that there's little cracks over there. V'yesh b'neim chayrim ketanim, amukim that are deep, v'ein yochel haknas es yodei v'teich hachay livdek, ein tzorach l'kakei es hanasorim. You don't have to dig up the boards. Livdek tachteim, to search under them. V'afilu im rosh hanofel chametz l'chayr zeh hakotten, even if you saw that some chametz rolled in and it did come under these boards, if you wouldn't take it out from them, even though we don't make him exert himself to take it out from there. All he has to do is be mevatr. The Gemara says that that even if you search, you have to be. So why you search? You didn't find. Why do you have to be mevatel? Because maybe you'll find chametz and pesach, and he'll eat it. But this is not going to eat because he's not going to get to it by normal use. And this chametz shehu munach. It's laying in a place where he can't put his hand in there. It's for sure that he will not eat it on Pesach. And the same din also applies. Bechor by a hole, that it's a wide hole. And he could put his hand in it. Ella shu amok ma'oid. It's very deep. Ve'ein yad adam magas livdek v'kulei. And it's, even if you put your hand in, you're not going to reach to the bottom of it. Ben shachar hu b'kaisra abayis, or ben shehu b'kakiyose. It makes no difference if it's in the wall or if it's in the floor. Harei hu b'oidik b'toiche ad mokum sheyode magas. So you only have to be biting as far as your hand reaches. That's at mokum sheyode magas. V'ashar daira b'bittel, and the rest of it rely on the bittel. Afilu yesh sham badei chametz, and the badei chametz is a suffix of a hell's bittel. So that's what he's saying over here, that you only have to be biting because more than that, you're not going to put your hand in, and you're not going to get it to eat it. So that's why it's enough. Kaisel Obm Oid, a wall that's very thick. Shehum Chisa Ben Beis Batam, Shabeis Bnei Adam. This is the wall, like a center wall that separates between the two apartments. Bachur Oive B'Teichai Me'ever Le'ever, and it's a hole in the wall, but it's a hole that goes through the whole thickness of the wall. In other words, each one, the two neighbors, each one has an opening on his side. Is there boide mitzad zeh ad mokum sheyod magas? Is there boide mitzad zeh ad mokum sheyod magas? V'ashar oirech hachar shebeemsa kaisel, and the length of the wall where you can't reach, yesh loch shemes nesgalgol v'teichai chametz mitzad zeh. So you can be concerned that maybe chametz rolled in from this side. V'shema nesgalgol v'teichai chametz mitzad zeh. V'fil shneim chayovim Levato kol chometz sheyesh b'hem. Afil einem yodim b'bida sheyesh shom chometz. Because if there is chometz there, so you have to do something about it, and you didn't reach it. So upon him, you can't do bedika because you can't reach over him. So you have to do bittul. V'im zeh hakaiso hu mechitza ben beisa shel Yisrael lebeisa shel Nochi. If his neighbor is a guy, and it's between the two of them, Roy yibdak hayisrael klal es chayre hakaiso ha'omdim b'seicha me'eber le'eber. So he's saying you don't have to do bedika at all. Even the part that you could reach, you don't have to do bedika. He's just going to give the reason for it. Vafilu yesh sham chometz vaday b'teicha. Even if there's zikha chometz in it, ain't tzarech livdei l'haitzia mishom b'lel yadalid mipnei shash shakana. Because of a sakana. Now what's the sakana? He said that the sakana is sheyira hanachi as hayisol shehu memashmesh b'chor le'or haneh yom kishafim hu oisem li. He'll say oh, my neighbor's doing something that some kishuf, that because he'll see him standing with a candle, and he wouldn't know what he's doing, that he's looking for, but he'll think that this is some type of kishuf that he's going to do for him. But he says, the next morning, B'yom Yudalid Yivdak B'y Hayim Admok Shadam Agas. At night you don't need a candle. I mean, during the day you don't need a candle. So you should use the daylight at least to check over there if there's anything in there. Afilu ein shom chometz vaday shemamashmas B'y Hayim Enkach Shas Sakona Sherei Kach. In other words, when the neighbor will see, if he sees him holding a candle and looking around with the candle, he'll begin to say, what's he up to over here? If he sees him, he's looking around, he knows that he used it to put things in there. So he's looking now, not any idea, a strange idea with Kishum. Shekol Chor she'ein derech l'shtamesh by krum ein tzarech b'dika klal k'mo she'is b'ay l'mayla v'asha adayla b'bitl afilu yeshom v'adei chametz. What he's saying over here in the parentheses is that why is there no problem if he's checking? So he says because he knows that his neighbor puts things in there. And B'mela, if he's doing it with a candle, it's very strange. Because a whole year he uses the place, and he doesn't use a candle on it. So now I suspect, why is he coming with a candle over here? Maybe he's doing some trick over it. But during the day, if he'll daylight, he knows that he uses it, so he wouldn't suspect him. And therefore he says that if he could reach it, he should check it. Otherwise, he should do bittul. Gag hamashupa. Kegoin gag shalom. Gag hamashupa means a slanty roof. There's a flat roof and there's a slanty roof. 2 times. He said the bungalows in the mountains, most of them, or all of them, have slanty roofs. That's what he says. Gaga mashupa, slanty roof, kuma gaga shalonu, ain't sort of bedika. Why not? You can't use it. Avo gag hashava shetachas gaga mashupa. They used to have a slanty roof. And the slanty roof, there was like an extension, a flat extension. So, im derech ishtamish, if the derech is to use it, in other words, if it's a makom shemachnisim by chometz, So tzarech bedika. Ella im kein miyuchad l'tashmash. Shein derech l'ishtamish boy b'emtza suda. He says, it's like, how's chametz going to get to the roof? So normally, when we say mokum shemachnisa by chametz, means that someone got up. This is the mashal in the Gemara. Someone in the middle of the Suda, they were short on certain food, so it could be like the mashal. Like they say, the cellar you have to be, or the basement has to be baited. Why in the basement you have to be baited? Because it could be that they were short in bread or something, and the shamas went down to the basement in the middle of the meal, and over there he was dealing with the bread, or maybe he put down bread there, so it becomes a mokum shemachnisim by chametz. But this slanty roof, there's a slant and there's a flat. In the meal, there's no reason for anybody to go up in the meal to that area. No reason to go up to that area, so there's nothing to be chayshit that it was used and that there's chametz in. He says, Elohim Cain who meyuchad l'tashmash. Why does he make this condition? Because she'ein derech l'shtamish b'emtza suda. K'goyin she'aso oitzel u'yayin oy sheicha ve'ein mistapek mimenu kal loy gishtos v'loy rimka. In other words, the shamas is in the middle of the meal. Everyone's in the middle of the meal. So what he said, I'll go bring wine. He's not going to go up over there, and he's holding his bread that he was eating, and he may forget to leave it there. But if they don't use it for anything, for storage, only strictly storage, so you don't have to be by the commercial by Ramayla. Afilu gag meshupa sugag nomach ma'id, even if it's slanty roof which is very low down. Afilu oimid b'teich abayis, even if he's in the house, he could open up the window and put his hand and reach on it. That's what it means. Afilu oimid b'teich abayis, kigan gag hamigdal, pirish kigan alma shafa bulaz. Alma means a closet, and shafa means a drawer. This is in Yiddish. Umasniyan v'teichai kelim v'oichem, and they use it to store in it different kelim or food. So it's shaykh that in the middle of the suda he may need something, and he'll go over there and to get it. Ain't sort of a dika. Avo teicha migdal v'chein teicha teva tzrichen b'dika shehu mishtamish b'hem chametz l'pam. In other words, he's saying, before he was talking on the flat roof, he say, but if there's a little tower there where he can put something in, so then it could be he went to get in the middle, but if it's a flat roof and even he can reach it, but you don't put anything there, not unless there's built like drawers, he says, or there's built tower.
I don't understand. He says the shafa doesn't need a bedikah.
The shafa is a closet.
But the shafa you can put food inside, no?
Right.
So why
Because the shop itself he does use.
The shafa itself you have to.
Because the shop he would go in the middle of the meal to get something from the shop.
Refish or baka, if someone has in the olden days, people had the cattle of their own. So refish or baka, that's a stable. Ain't sort of bedika. Shekol chametz shenofel shama, if there's any chametz that fell over there, yesh litre shabehemas achul. You could say that the behemoths ate them up. V'yesh kan sfek sveka, shem malay haya shem chametz b'aylam. V'imtem tzrem shehoya shem achul habehemoths. V'svek v'sapek achil habehemoths. Mitzi me, it's a suffix bites me vadai. Okay.